Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. And I'm your host, Sean D'Souza. Our topic for today's discussion is on lifetime deals. So basically, we'll be talking about today's lifetime deal market, pros and cons with lifetime deals, and what are the expectations one should set before buying lifetime deals. So today we have our guest, Mr. Alston Anthony, aka SaaS Pirate, a famous SaaS and lifetime deal reviewer on YouTube with 1.5K subscribers. He is also co-founder of Digital Marketing Mind and Maximium Digitals, a digital marketing agency in Sri Lanka. If I talk more about Alston, he has more than 5,000 plus members on his Facebook group, which is basically focused on lifetime deals and digital marketing stuff. Alston is also a digital mentor with 8,500 plus students on Udemy. Alston is also an alumni of University of Greenwich and a pro member of British Computer Society. I'm really excited to have you, Alston, in this today's discussion. Over to you, Alston. We would love to hear something from you.
Wow, that's a lot of research. Even I didn't know some of those stuff. Crazy. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. And I'm a customer of Lifetime Deal. So I transformed my journey from customer and just thought to create this content. So far, not a famous, but just learning what I share and doing just slowly creating a community to be part of and discuss this stuff. And really exciting field. And I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Alston. So this is going to be a normal discussion. So I'll be asking you some of the questions. We'll have a discussion over that. So my first question is, how did you start your SaaS journey?
You mean the lifetime deal or just in SaaS?
Just SaaS.
Okay, cool.
How did you
SaaS,
get the interest on SaaS market?
basically, my interest on SaaS didn't start with SaaS, but desktop applications. Where from my school journey, I always had a fondness for using software, creating software, because those were the days like even Paint was something which is magical to me to create stuff with Paint. All those are horrible stuff, but everything was really good. And so for that interest kept on coming to me, and I was moving through school education with IT education stuff, and moved on to my graduate, undergraduate, postgraduate, all those stuff. My choose of field was software engineering, and even for my software dissertation project, I created a SEO software. So the software was my personal interest or passion, you could say, and that's where. And after that, I don't need to say that after before couple of years ago, there slowly everything moved from desktop applications to SaaS based applications, right? So we no longer install anything. Everything exists on website, cloud, and everything. So as the trend changed, my interest for software also changed to from digital application to SaaS, and as a customer and also a digital agency where I provide digital solutions and everything. So I code stuff, I buy stuff, and I also sell stuff in SaaS. So that is my interest.
So I see you have your own matrimonial site in Sri Lanka, right?
True. Yeah.
So that was built by you, right?
And that's a theme for us as a platform with customization done by me. Because, for example, what I like to do is I like to focus on the core digital problem. For example, if I know a really good platform is built by a good developer or a service person or a company I trust, I don't like to reinvent the wheel. I like to use that and do some customization to have some uniqueness to the system platform, and that's the reason I choose WordPress based. So if the developer abandons the project or something goes wrong with the company, they close down, since it's an open source based product, I can still keep on continue the product and everything. So I have the root solution. I just need to focus on with my matrimony site. My goal is to not to create the best software for matrimony. My goal was to helping Sri Lankan people to find their matrimonial prospects. So I don't focus on the technical side of it, even though I like to do, but I like to focus on the digital problem and solution perspective. So whenever possible, I try to I'd like to award the other developers who have done a great job and support them and use those in my main projects as much as possible.
Hey, what was your first SEO product name? You said you developed your own software for SEO.
Yeah,
What
I
was the
did
name
it.
of that product?
I created it for my master's dissertation project where I created a desktop-based software which a small business owner or anyone who does not have any idea on SEO can use to optimize their website. It was called SEO Wiz, but I never made it public
Okay.
because I didn't keep. That was for the dissertation project. But as I mentioned, right, I don't have any interest on developing the product or staying with good with technical side. I know how to do. I'm good at it, but that's not my passion. My passion is to digital solutions, solving problems, contextualizing. So what I thought was I can keep on building this SEO project, but in other hand I can focus on the things I like, and I can purchase the markets industry solutions like with the biggest database features. So I created for dissertation, I used that project to optimize my selectors or the persons people who are checking my project, and they were really impressed, and I could have created a software out of it, but it's not my cup of tea. I just wanted to move on, so it was SEO Wiz, but never public, but I still keep the private copy.
Yeah. Nice. I would love to see it one day.
Yeah, it's a cool things to as a memento. Like I still keep it on cloud storage. Whenever I get some way to look back on my journey, I just go ahead and luckily that project still works. So it's a good one.
Yeah. I too remember when I was in 10th grade, I made a website. Actually, it was uh, sourced from another open source website called Ukos or something like that. It's a Russian based company. So it was one of the memorable. Just I didn't create it, but still I used to update some plagiarized data into it, and I was happy because I made something at that
Cool.
time. Then
That's
I
cool.
learned HTML. Then I did some stuff, and I made my own small website and uploaded it on a server. And from there, even I started my journey. The
Yeah, the first project is
first
always
project is
memorable for
something
us.
near to the heart. Yes, correct.
For me, I'm lucky it's a desktop app, so I don't need to host it. Whenever I
Hmm.
want, I can open, install it, and start using it.
Yeah, true. Okay, then my second question is, how did you come to know about the LTD market? So the lifetime deal market.
Uh, to be honest, I don't know the exact steps because it's like happened in 2017. I can't remember the thing, but the general way was for me, as I told you, right? I'm interested in SaaS software deals, SEO, and these combinations led me to be part of a lot of different SEO based community forums, all these things. And in one of the forums, I believe during Black Friday, they posted all the deals available currently on the marketplace. I'm talking 2017. And during that time, one of those links posted was Tax Social Substat SEO deal.
Hmm.
And I was really interested in it because who get a lifetime deal on SEO tool, and it was looking really good. So I actually bought that tool, and once I got to know through Stack Social, I found all the other deals, and after a couple of months, I lost interest because it was during Black Friday time, right? So I lost interest on it. I was focusing. Then suddenly I thought, why not check if there's any other LTD platforms available? Then I slowly started to discovering about Appsumo and Appsumo deal sites, all the other networks. And one of the deal sites showed the Facebook group link. I went there and I saw, okay, there is Facebook groups also related to LTDs. I never knew that. So then I put lifetime deal on search bar and joined at least 100 different group as a customer to get notified on all the LTD. Slowly from that, everything is like history. Like I can't remember after that what happened. I was a customer. Then at some point of my life, I thought, why not to share and create a own community, because I just wanted to get started on digital marketing education. And I thought lifetime deal is a good starting point for me.
True. I first discovered Appsumo when I was in 10th grade because I was browsing to various websites, and there was some sumo.com, Sumomi, a
Yeah.
small widget everywhere, like with the crown thing. So I clicked on that and then reached Appsumo somehow, but I didn't pay so much attention. So I just came back. But I still remember I've seen Appsumo before. I think that was the first time I checked out lifetime deals. And
Yeah.
maybe DV popped up many times in my Facebook, what do you
True.
say, Facebook feeds. saying they have offered a lifetime deal. But since then, it's for so long they're still offering the lifetime deal, right? DV.
True, true. Divi
Many
is
of
like, for example, the WordPress product generally they can afford lifetime deal because there is no resource usage on their end. It's just a license key for them. Everything is going to be happening on your end, and also the competition within page builder solution is really, really high. So they are trying to convert into Divi. I also have Divi lifetime deal, but I have moved away from it because I don't like it personally.
True. Elementary is great, right? I
Yeah,
like
it's
Elementor.
good. It's good. But
I
now I'm mostly focused on Gutenberg blocks because that's the future, right?
Yeah, true. I recently bought Breezy as well. It's good.
That's a good one.
I
Good one.
I like it. Yeah. So let's move on to the next question. So, which was your first LTD? I think you said Substat. Yes.
I think I already answered is
Yes.
Stat, and I'm still using it. I'm not using the product actually because there are some limitations for the LTD right now. So I don't use their backlink checker keyword research tool, but they do have a really good browser extension for Firefox and Chrome, and it's a really good
Mm.
extension to see a SEO overview for any web page we visit. So I'm still using that still today. So that is achievement on that on my first purchase, and I'm still using it.
So,
Are you using your first purchase?
uh, my first purchase was BotStar, which I refunded later on. The chat bot,
Yeah.
which I regret now. I feel, why did I do that? It was during last year Black Friday sale. I got it and then refunded it. So just because I felt FOMO first, then I was like, why would I need a chatbot? Now I feel I should have kept it because there's a lot of demand for those apps coming in future, right?
True, but there is always alternatives for chatbot.
Alternatives,
Yeah,
true.
chatbot is one of the popular field for lifetime deal stuff. So even if you miss that, they might come back, or you will find an alternative.
Yeah, true. So this question is a bit tricky one. So why do you think people should invest in lifetime deals?
There are many reasons, but the most important thing is like I can understand if you are a business and making profits, then you can invest on monthly subscriptions to get the best of solutions, or you can just able to afford any solution which is existing on the market. The idea behind a lifetime deal, why it is still attractive for most users, is that they can get a really good, not the best solution, because these are in beta or growth stage, or rarely we get matured products. So we get paid one time, get the access for that. And also if we want to, let's say for example, a person might not have any experience on SEO or don't want to spend too much money onto it, yeah, if we subscribe to a monthly software, he has to pay it every month. But if we got a really good lifetime deal on SEO, maybe whenever he get a chance, he can use it, and does not need to worry about monthly subscription. So there is risk because it is not one perfect. We don't know what is going to happen in future.
In future.
But at the same time, it provides really good affordable service solution. For example, my interest for LTD came because, as I told you, right, I run a digital marketing agency in Sri Lanka. I need to find a way to compete with affordable solution for clients in international and national level. And for me, I couldn't immediately start using something like Ahref with hundreds of month cost. During that time, that's the reason I bought Substat, because it was much more affordable for me. So whenever we are coming from financial situations or just starting the journey and we like to reduce the cost as much as possible, then these might be a okay enough solutions for help us to get started and get the profit. And once we get a profit, either we can stay with the LTD if we find that it just keeps on improving, like what I'm doing with Restream, because it's just providing more and more value, or just move on to your monthly matured solution project. It's a journey. Some win, some get lost during the way.
Yeah, true. I think Restream has given you 10x investment returns, right?
Yeah, and hopefully if they still keep on going, I can make it 100.
Yeah, true. Which is one of the deal that you regret missing? So mine one is swipe pages. because when I entered the LTD market, it was available, and I at that time didn't feel I needed a landing page solution. But now I regret a lot because I missed that opportunity. It was very affordable. I think it
True,
was for $49. Now the same code is getting sold for $300.
true, true.
Insane, right?
There is a lot of demand for swipe pages.
Hmm.
I missed. I didn't miss it. I ignored to purchase it because I don't like to use landing page builders because I'm good at WordPress, right? So I can
Hmm.
create any landing page with WordPress, and I have a lot of hosting with my clients' own projects. So I just create that. But swipe page has done great stuff, and it just keeps on growing. So if you miss
Getting
that,
better every day.
if you miss that deal and see all the new features and updates, that's just a horrible way to put it, your
Yeah,
experience
true.
to it. But for me, to answer the question, regret missing was not the biggest, but I personally missed the LTD of SC ranking because as you know, right, I collect all the SEO LTDs,
SEO
right,
tools.
and especially if it's a really good tool. I heard that limits are low for LTD. Still, I would prefer to have SC ranking also because they have also grown really big. So it's not something, it's like groundworking, I can't live without it. But whenever I think one of the most LTD which I missed, it's definitely SC ranking. But I didn't ignore it. It was just before my time to get into the LTD, all LTD world. So I never knew a lifetime deal like that existed. So SC ranking for me.
Okay. So, is there any tool on LTD that you're proud of to be an early adopter? I think Restream, right?
You're being past LTDs.
Past LTDs, whichever you bought and you're very proud of owning it.
There are a lot of it, to be honest. With Restream, I might forget some also. Restream is there, Astra Security is there, crazy number of tools like Morning School. As I told you right before the interview, like I have 300 different purchases. I need to go through that and look into it. But I'm sure I have at least around 50 LTD is like essential for me, and they have grown really, really big right now.
So you're getting return on investment on your all purchases, right?
Yes, that's what I actually try to do. For example, as I told you, right, that some might lose, some might win. So what I try to do is if I purchase something for, let's say, $50, I try to get that $50 return on that tool as soon as possible. So if the tool survives after that, everything is profit for me. But even if the tool fails for me, I would have gotten the money I invested for that tool. So that's my simple logic I try to keep it. So whenever I purchase something, immediately start using it before 60 days to see whether it's suitable for me or not, and try to get that initial cost. And that way I reduce all the risks and focus on other stuff. And LTDs are keep on coming also, so there is a lot of alternatives for everything.
Yeah, we see a lot these days. So many similar LTDs.
And Black Friday is just around the corner, and we will get another 100 or so.
Yeah, true.
Crazy.
Any LTD tips for newbies on selecting a perfect SaaS for their business, and what kind of expectations should one have while getting these
Yeah,
lifetime deals? So
this is a
most of the times, many people have a lot of expectations, and those SaaS end up ignoring them after 1 or 2 months. So what
true.
exactly mindset one should have?
To be honest, this is really an important question. That's why I even created a dedicated video for it. Have you seen
Yeah,
that video?
yes, I have seen the whole video. I'll be linking the video in my description so that
Okay, good.
viewers can watch that.
Basically, as I told you, right, not every LTD deal is good, or not every LTD software is good, or not every LTD founder is good. So you need to be careful. We can't accurately predict whether this deal is good or not, whether it is going to succeed or not. But from my experience and from my community users, I researched and asked them to provide what's their tips and everything. I created that guide, I think around 12 tips or something like that, where each one of that important. It does not accurately say that you will be safe, but it's just a pointer to move forward. But basically, uh, research more into founders, because more than the product, founders vision, founder how they are communicating with the user is really important, because you are not investing on product, you are investing on the
Yes, yeah, the
company or the
founder side.
founder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's important. And you always know that lifetime deal does not mean lifetime deal of you, it's just lifetime deal of that software, or until that company getting purchased or something like that. So just need to keep on that. And also there is always going to be competition and everything. And whenever you get a product, just start using it immediately and see the return on value. And don't go with every single product just based on hype or popularity. There is no best LTDs, only right LTD software. So if you find even if someone is saying negative stuff about a deal, just sign up for a trial account and see whether that is suitable for you or not. Because it might be a really good software for me, but if I ask Sean to test it, it might be horrible for his workflow or something like that. So it just depend on, and I probably forgetting like another 8 factors, but I can't remember it. Maybe they can see it on the video.
Yeah, I'll be linking the video in the description. So if anybody wants to watch it, they can do that.
Thank you.
And okay, this is one of the interesting questions that I'm going to ask you now. So we have everybody has shelfware, right? So how do you put them to use?
This is actually the really simple question for me, because usually everyone will find difficult to put their shelfwares to use, because either they can't find a use case for themselves. Where, as you already know, I don't resell any of my SaaS softwares. I like to keep them because I have a YouTube channel, I have an education channel. So I create YouTube tutorial videos for all this SaaS. So even if I'm not using a product and I don't have a suitable workflow, I create a tutorial video, and I like to keep this software, because if there's a new feature gets introduced or new update or new functionality, I have the access to the software, so I can make guides. Or sometimes there is some discussion going on in my community asking, do you know which is a good software, or do you know can we do this on this particular software? So even if I have a software, it's on shelfware, I can easily log in and check if that is working or not, and I can provide feedback. So it's easy for
True.
me. How do you use it? That's what I want to know.
Me,
Yeah, how do you put self-care to use?
as of now, no way. I just have them in my shelf.
Crazy.
So there are many which I already subscribed, and I use it for almost 60 days. So if I don't use it till the 60 days, I will give 3 days before the refund period ends. So I'll see if I can I use it on my business, or if I can suggest it to my clients, then I'll use it. If I can't, then sadly I'll refund it. If I have done a video, then I'll keep it with me. I do the
Cool,
same.
cool, cool.
So what are your thoughts on the incentivized reviews? There are a lot these days. So we
Yeah,
can see
that's true.
there is some software which is getting launched, and within half an hour, there are some 10, 15 reviews coming in just to get that extra bonus. So what are your thoughts on that?
Uh, Basically, we incentivized reviews is something we actually see on every single field, right? For example, from Amazon sponsored reviews, or somewhere, if we are showing reviews to a particular hotel or something, we get a coupon. We do a review on food or something, we get a coupon. Especially in India, once I came to India and ordered stuff on Amazon, with every delivery box, I get a coupon saying, if you left a review, we will give you these bonuses. So this been happening a lot. So this happening a lot. For example, if we take in software field, we have Captra, all the other review platform where they are offering, I believe, Amazon gift card for reviews purchased and everything. So we can't change the industry. Like, for example, even if I'm a SaaS founder and decided I won't support incentivized review, that means I'm not playing the game because others are doing it. So if I want to be competitive, it should be the way go. But my personal recommendation or opinion on that is that it should be not handled by SaaS founders, but through the SaaS platform, not by personal founder. And it should be an honest review. For example, if a review is taken for incentivize, there should be a badge or something, say uh, a review based on I get a incentivize. You can share your honest opinion, but you can also let users know. For example, if I got a free bonus limit, I got a code, and this is my honest review. And you don't need to be giving 5 stars, even if you put 2 stars or 3 star and you give critical constructual feedback, you should be qualified to Zoom. That's why I mentioned that I'm okay with incentivized reviews. For example, everyone is doing as a customer, if I get more, that's good, but just keep the system as a central platform and have a way to show that it's an incentivized review. So any buyers who are seeing this review, they actually know, okay, this is they have gotten it, so they can choose to ignore it or can read up about it. I just want to mention the transparency. That's it.
So before, right, when I was new to this industry, so I used to see all those like get bonus if you write a review or something like that. So I used to be like, I have to give them review right away just to claim that bonus. So I've
True.
written reviews. Okay, I've written reviews on G2, Captera, also in Appsumo, but ended up refunding it. So what's the use of that? Having written so much of work. So for that, right now, what I do is I wait till the last 2 to 3 days before the refund period ends. I'll do a review only if I'm okay with the product. If I'm not okay, I'll just refund it and just say bye bye. If I sometimes I get like I see the bonuses are better than the actual tier 1 products.
True.
So
True.
for that reason, if the product is good, I may go for the reviews, incentivized reviews. Otherwise, I just ignore it nowadays because I'm tired. Who has time to write such big review just to praise the but to get something in return?
True, true.
So
That's a good honest strategy, to be
yeah,
honest. But if you might be missing on deals which say that only first 20 reviews will get bonus or first 50 reviews,
that is too much
that
of FOMO, which I can't handle it.
true. No,
I
but
usually take almost
to
30 minutes just to write a small review. So that is not what I am capable
I,
of.
I basically, as you mentioned, right, I also don't write any reviews unless I really feel something really good. For example, I recently bought Nozzle, right, the SEO rank tracker,
Hmm.
and I implemented with my all the project, and I'm blown away with the data and everything. So I wrote the review, and after that only I saw the bonuses available. So I just ping them and say, okay, I really like the product I get. Otherwise, as you mentioned, I already have a lot of different LTDs and my purchase have been going really, really low right now. So
Hmm.
I don't actually buy. And even if I buy, I don't write reviews most of the time. And if there's something really good, then I write and try to claim the discount bonuses. But right now, I don't keep the bonus first and go for the software, because if the software is unusable or bad, then there is no use of keeping a separate copy, right? So if
Yes.
the product is bad, I don't care if they're offering a review. I just move away, refund
Yeah.
and move away.
So other thing why I write review is if I made a video on that product, then I can write. I actually know the product in and out, so I have a
True.
lot of data to write. So I usually add my YouTube link sometimes. If I get 1 or 2 views from that, is also great, right?
Yeah.
So that
True.
is one of the strategy I use.
Cool.
So next, okay, how to stay away from bad LTDs and how to spot them. So you have done a video on this, so they can watch the to get the detailed insights. So small one sentence answer could be better here.
Bad LTD. I'd stay away from LTD who the founders are not having any future plans, like long-term plans. For example, I don't buy any LTD just based on features they said that they will be adding in future on roadmap. I don't trust those things. I see the product current status and decide whether I want to buy it. And also, I like to see as I mentioned on the earlier point, right? I like to always see what founders are thinking, how the founders are communicating with the user, because personally, I feel that will differentiate most of the time from a bad LTD product from a good LTD product. Because if the founder has the passion to keep on building the product, that will reduce the risk and stay away from the bad LTD. But it's not just one factor. There are so many factors. You just need to be aware of all this, and you are never going to be completely safe. You're just going to reduce the chances of getting a bad LTD. It's just experience. Even I have lost countless LTD with these wasted or just lost their way when they are developing. So there's no fixed way. If there is one, I like to learn it myself to stay safe on that. But
Okay.
just we can do all the things which we can do to be aware and stay safe.
So those 60 refund periods are the crucial to judge
True.
any product, right? So I
Uh,
usually see I join their group and see how they are interacting with the people and I sometimes even contact them via support and see how they're responding. If they show no interest, then that's a bad sign according to me.
True, true.
If
And
they are
also,
very
if you notice that our 60-day refund period will run out really quick, right? We think
yeah,
like we have 60
we
days
have
to
two
test it.
months, yeah.
And once we start to noticing and immediately, okay, 1 month gone, I haven't tested the product, I need to do this. That's just a psychological factor. I like to keep on reminding with to-do notes or calendar, but I feel that 60-day runs really fast for some
If you
reason.
don't believe, Sumo Day was 2 months before on this day.
Crazy. I need to check whether I refunded the unwanted things.
True. And nowadays we are getting that warning also, so you can't refund without contacting the support.
Yeah, if you do too
Today early
much
morning, even
refund,
I
yeah.
got the same message. I think it's given generally for everybody. So
Yep.
maybe it's some sort of warning saying you're doing a lot of refunds. Instead, keep them.
Crazy. So far, I haven't got it, thankfully, but I do have restrictions because I like to, as I mentioned, I have restrictions, so I don't take money back to my source account or something like that. I just keep it as credit, and I also like to stay away from refund because it can put our risk account at risk and unnecessary issues. So I like to avoid them as
Yeah.
much as possible.
Even I do the same. I just refund it to the credits before, because if see, to transfer the amount to Appsumo, we have to pay US dollar charges.
True,
Then to get it out again, we have to pay US dollar charges. So it's
true.
simply we are wasting our own money just getting there and getting refunds. So it's better
Crazy.
you keep it there itself. So tomorrow however I'm going to purchase one more software. It's fine, right, to keep the money in their credits itself.
That's the way to FOMO.
Yeah, true, true, true. So my next question would be: would you prefer a private LTD or from a popular marketplaces like Appsumo, Saasmantra, etc.?
It depends. For example, initially Appsumo was just bringing 5 different select LTDs and everything, and now it's like marketplaces filled out with 1,500 plus product, if I'm not mistaken. So it's no longer. I feel fully comfortable, but if it's a select deal from any marketplace with select or special deals from any marketplace like Saasmantra, Digital Think, Appsumo, any deal mirror, pitch ground, or anything like that, then I feel more comfortable. If I'm purchasing something like marketplace deals or any founders which I am not aware of, or deal network or directly, then I will be a bit more cautious. I'll try to check on the refund period. I'll try to see if there is a payment processes like PayPal rather than just a credit card. So I know if I encounter an issue, I can always contact them. Or if there's a private LTD from a person which I really well know. For
Hmm.
example, Karthik from Digital Launchpad is a great friend for me. I will never disbelieve him or something like that because I know he's has the reputation and I is a personal friend. So I will be feeling happy to purchase from him. So for me, either I whether I trust the platform or whether I trust that person who's bringing the deal. If those are things, I'm always go for it. But otherwise, I try to be cautious as possible.
Uh, if you ask me, I would like max to max stick to Appsumo and Saasmantra because they have their refund policies much figured out better. Like if you have any doubts, they'll refund you the amount.
True.
And
True.
recently also refunded from PitchGround, which was a seamless process. Nothing to, I just had to write them a message on chat support and I got my money
Yeah,
instantly.
I also refunded a product on PitchGround like 1 week ago. I just had to send a request, and it there's no button, but just an
Hmm.
email, and I got the refund back to the
Yeah, true.
source.
So why I think of Appsumo the most better is we have 2 months of refund policy, right? So
True.
anytime you purchase and if you're not interested, just refund it. So that's the one better thing which I feel Appsumo is currently giving, and that's why they're getting a lot of purchases every time.
Yeah, true. And they are the monopoly in the market, like the
Yeah.
big guys. So that's
Hmm.
they are like the Amazon of lifetime deals, to be
True,
honest.
true, true. Correct, correct example. Yes, correct. So the next question is, what is the worst thing that you have experienced in the LTD community, that may be from the company or the founder?
As I
Worst of
mentioned,
all.
right? If I really believe in a product, I don't purchase one code or something like that. I go for all in. Like purchase worth of like $850, $1,000 or something like that. And when that product loses its ways or if the company closed down, that's the worst thing for me. Like you can't express that thing because we believe in a product, but sometimes, as I mentioned, this is a gamble, right? Not all the products are going to be
True.
working. Even if I see really good signs at the initial point, as my buying safe guide for LTD, still there is a chance something could fail. So if we invest something really huge amount, not just not talking about $60 or something, it's still bigger amount for most of the people. But if we really believed in a product and invested a lot of money, and if we see that goes down, I think that is the worst thing for us. But we just need to keep on moving on.
Have you any experienced any kind of bad behavior from the founder
Uh,
regarding if you asked something, then he was rude to you about something related to the deal?
Thankfully, nothing as of now because I was able to help, explain to founder. For example, sometimes I send a message and they might not understand me, they might not respond to me. Then I record myself in a video, like I use Snagit, where I talk to them. I will say what. And also nowadays having a community is helpful also. For example, they know that I'm part of a community and I can ask whatever they share, I can be shared. If it's something positive, really good feature, then I can mention that also. But even when I was just a buyer, so far no bad experience. But I'm, as I told you, right, I'm more experienced with softwares and this digital solution. So I rarely contact any support at all with any founders because I can figure out most of the software. Sometimes even as I do videos, I like to learn new stuff. So far no experience, but I hope that it will stay that way for the future also.
Once I had an experience. Okay, I bought a single code, which was a promise to get you pro features. But after applying those code, it was directly allotted to a starter plan, which started into a big fight between me and the founder. Okay, then he sent me a mail saying you are the guy who wanted free credits. So that was one of the worst experience. So instantly refund that deal. So he was not at all what do you say, honest to the deal. Instead, he started arguing me. It was an Appsumo. Okay, he started arguing about the deal, saying everything is right and you are getting only startup plan. Instead, like in the Appsumo page, it's directly mentioned that you get access to pro features. So
Crazy.
then that dishonesty is really bad. Actually, I feel that. So that
So
deal was an instant refund.
it only happened for you or for other users also?
I think for all users, but at that time I was not in the community. I was just a solo player in the market.
Cool.
So that's how
You,
I was. Yeah, that was one of the worst experience that I faced
true.
in the LTD journey.
If it does not satisfy you, you can always refund because there is always alternatives coming to the market. That's it.
Hmm. What are your thoughts on FOMO that LTD companies are creating in the minds of buyers to generate more sales?
That's just another word for marketing, right? Everyone is
True.
doing like advertisements and everything. As we talked right before the interview, like it's a phase. Like as buyers, once we got into the market, every single solution will look really good for us.
Good, yeah.
Every single solution will make us to think, okay, I can do this with this particular product to improve my business or offer as a service. But once you start purchasing it, there will be a phase that once you purchase something, whatever you're comfortable, you will get fed up with all the deals and everything. At that time you will start focusing on the business sides or start focusing on the main stuff. So FOMO, whether intentionally or unintentionally, can be happening. For example, if the product is trying to create it, then they will create and attract. Sometimes as a user itself, we will get FOMO without any promotion or something like that. Every single thing will look really good for us. So it takes time, but just we need to what I personally do nowadays is that I'm talking from my experience of experiencing all this. When a deal drops, I don't immediately purchase that deal. I'll take like 2 to 3 days. I'll take my own time. I don't look into other reviews, other users experience. I just look into sales page. I try to, if there's a trial option available, I try to opt for the trial option and see whether I can figure out myself on whether that is good or not. Then I look into tutorial videos, other fellow reviews and everything. Then I check on it and see whether I'm comfortable with it. So that way I'm dealing with FOMO personally. And I know Karthik is handling, he's a good friend, right? I told you he buys a lot of stuff. He purchases only on weekends. That way, even a good deal drops on weekdays, he don't buy it, he wait and thinks it through and purchases it on weekends. Something like that. Everyone has a different strategy to cope up with this.
True. Actually, I have 3 CRM softwares which I don't use. So I hardly use one for my business, but still I have 3. So that level of FOMO we all are getting into right these days.
And also crazy thing is like not every single software you are planning to use need to be LTD. For example, sometimes in market there are some really well matured and established solution for really crazy cheap price for monthly. For example, since you mentioned Zogo, CRM Zogo is a really good product for that, and they are
and
very
it's free
crazy.
for some limits.
Yeah, and free and also very affordable. So in that case, for example, I use their premium email services and everything because not every single solution needs to be LTD. That we get to this stage after the FOMO and everything, like after we fed up with these things and see only the deals which makes to buy lifetime deal, go for it. Otherwise, just focus on the affordable solutions.
I've seen many people getting FOMO'd over storage, cloud storage. So if you see, one of the best alternative is the Microsoft OneDrive, which is $4 a month. You get 1 TB of storage. So why
Exactly.
FOMO for some softwares which can give nightmare if they go out of business?
True, and
So
these are critical solutions. Like you are storing your documents, you can't trust any of them. I only know a couple of solutions which came through the cloud storage industry as a lifetime deal, gone into really big, like P Cloud or Coffer or something like that. But still, Microsoft, OneDrive, Yandex, Baidu. There are so many stuff, right?
really affordable.
Affordable stuff. And as the technology keeps on developing, the cost for the storage also keeps on reducing. So the price we even see like it's reduced even further. Like AWS, how cheap their storage stuff is crazy.
They make more of their money from AWS itself, right?
True.
So yeah, their main business is not exactly the online store. Their main business is AWS.
Even the AWS web hosting services, that tech solutions is getting really popular nowadays. I just checked their SaaS market; it's growing really big.
Yeah, crazy, right?
True.
So this is the last question. What is the one piece of advice that you would want to share with the viewers?
I think I've been sharing tips throughout these questions.
Yeah, this is the last one, so this should be something solid.
Remember, there is no best lifetime deals. There is only right lifetime deal for you. A deal which might be working for another person, not essentially mean that it's not going to work for you. And remember, lifetime deal is not lifetime deal of you. For example, if you are like 20 years right now, you might thinking, okay, I'm buying a lifetime deal. It's going to stay until my death or something like that, because it's the lifetime of that company or the product or until the acquisition, because we never know what the buying company is going to do with the LTD. So just keep in that fact. And also, if you missed a product, you don't need to be worrying about it, because alternatives are always coming up. SaaS is really a competitive industry. Everyone is looking to enter into the market. And even if you miss a lifetime deal, don't worry about it. Don't get FOMO. There are still a lot of affordable monthly options available too. Those are the things I can think immediately, which I think really important and
really
learn through my experience.
I too used to think lifetime, till I die, I can use it. So why not invest it right away?
True.
So that was my initial assumption on LTDs. So this is good advice, actually. So,
and also important point is like lifetime deal from a founder's perspective. It is good to get the initial users, initial investment for them to go into the market. But do remember, lifetime deal just is a trailer for the main pitch movie which is going to come for them, which is to enter into their main competition. with the matured solution or the biggest competitors in the market who have MRR, ARR, and all the established clients as well. So if they can't find a unique selling point for them, or if they can't differentiate themselves compared to them when they are entering onto the main market, then the chances of failure is really, really high. So you need to be careful because it's getting competitive, right?
That's true.
Like crazy.
One tool has 10 alternatives in the
True.
LTD space itself, and that too
And
it's
if
coming back to back.
and if you go into the main market, you will find another 20 alternatives for that, and
True.
some of them will have open source also.
So this is very competitive market in short.
Crazy, and it's will keep on getting more and more.
True. So this is pretty much it, guys. So if you like this video, make sure you click that like button. Also subscribe to the channel. Also subscribe to Alston's channel, which the links will be in the description. Also, thank you so much, Alston, for giving out your valuable time from your busy schedule and giving us some valuable insights and advices on LTDs. So once again, thank you so much.
It's my pleasure, to be honest, because I thought the questions will be difficult, but it turned out really easy for me. I'm thankful for that, and thank you for considering those. Basically, lifetime deal is a good way to get into affordable solution, but keep on remember the risks also associated with it. Like every single business opportunity, there is pros and there's cons. You just need to find a way to balance it out and focus, and also don't keep on focusing on lifetime deal, keep focus on business also, because we are
That's true.
purchasing these tools to optimize our services and this. And I'm really happy to be here and share some of my tips. I don't know whether this is going to be useful or not, but happy to share whatever I know. And thank you for again for having me, really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Alston. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a great day. And
Take
bye
care.
bye.